Another 4.4 million Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week as lockdowns across the US forced businesses to shut down. The number came in higher than what analysts had expected, but it's lower than the 5.2 million people who filed claims the previous week. It brings the total over the last 5 weeks of the pandemic to 26.5 million jobless claims, effectively wiping out all the jobs created in the US over the past 10 years. That's equivalent to 16% of the US workforce. It's the steepest downturn for the US labour market since the Great Depression. The most job losses were seen in California, Florida and Texas. Well, for more, let's go to Mickey Levy in New York. He's chief economist at Berenberg Capital Markets. Welcome back to Money Talks, Mickey. So another several million Americans filed for jobless claims last week. It takes the total to a record 26 million, but last week's number was lower than the previous week. Why was that?
Well, all it says is while the number of unemployed are increasing dramatically, just more people in the previous couple of weeks filed. But your report hits it on the head that over 26 million people have become unemployed, and even for those who are working, many of them have had their hours cut back. So it's truly an economic and a humanitarian it's just terrible.
It sure is. But in response, we've seen the US Congress really get over the divisions and pass more than $2 trillion worth of stimulus, much of which is designed to help protect these jobs. We're expecting another $400 million package to be passed by Congress shortly as well. How effective has that been in terms of stemming those job losses in the US?
They don't stem the job losses very much. The way to interpret the legislation that has passed so far in Congress and signed into law by the president is they provide financial support and income support for those who have been unemployed. So those who are filing for unemployment claims receive about half of their wage compensation for 40 weeks. But in addition to that, the legislation provides an extra $600 per week. So for many of the workers, their take-home pay is actually higher than it was before, but it creates this extraordinarily uneasy situation. Now, the other thing that is important is many workers, rather than being fired, have been furloughed, and what that means is they are let go by their firms. They're not paid by their firms, but by being furloughed, they're still able to receive the health insurance provided by their firm. So there is a lot of income support for individuals. At the same time, a lot of the programs that the government's put in place provide subsidies, bridge loans, and grants to small businesses. So this partially mitigates the sharp decline, but the U.S. has really never seen anything like this in the modern era.
So how much longer do you think we'll see these weekly job numbers amount in the millions? Do you expect the US economy to be reopening anytime soon?
I do expect new initial unemployment claims to taper off pretty quickly here. And yes, I expect some portions of the economy to be opening, but the opening will not be like turning on a light bulb. It will be a gradual and a step-by-step approach taken by the various governors of the different states. So we can expect, in addition to essential businesses being open, gradually you'll see more and more businesses opening, like in construction, certainly healthcare, but some basic businesses and industries will be opening. But what we can expect is it'll be slow, it'll be gradual, and it's going to take a while. So unfortunately, these unemployment rates are going to stay elevated for quite a while.
Okay, Mickey Levy from Berenberg Capital Markets, thank you for your analysis as always.